because I love talking with people about sticks and you know, being able to.
You got good frame?
I hope so.
Oh, you can't tell if it's good or not?
No, it probably is. I believe it, but I believe it's recording it. Dang it.
What? Yeah.
That cracked me up. Nobody's ever, anybody else has ever seen that before, but I know exactly which one you're talking about.
The Russian ball dancer?
I tried so hard to do this when I was a kid. I broke so many windows in my house.
I've got a tennis ball on the string here.
See, what I can't understand. I know exactly.
If you go to my camp right there, I've got a tennis ball on the string on the carpet in front there.
Oh, heck yeah.
Do you want that to?
No, I've never been able to click. Are you turning your wrist with it, or are you just letting it spin out of your fingers?
So.
Because then I can't equate that to the sport.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you have the ball on a string, I've got this thing here. I'm trying to keep my wrist straight because it's wide enough you can do whatever you want. You can manipulate. What you want to learn is what a little body movement, a little roll of the hips, trying to keep this ball to get motion. So as it comes up, it becomes virtually weightless. At that point, right here, you can raise up, you can transition to the other side, and then you can relax, and you have a nice little circle.
So you're using the motion of the ball to get the movement of the hips to go.
I'm using the body to help guide.
Right.
Finding out when to transition over. So when you come up in here, you can come up, rotate, transition.
I thought you guys were always trying to say that long string was the fucking hip.
No.
Sorry.
The sword, the ball is basically the sword tip. And so as you're coming up, what you want to learn is as that ball's coming up, if I want to add some power to that circle, I can drop my hip a little bit. And I can go ahead and I can pull the ball down. Or I can visualize it as the ball's transitioning down here, I can raise up and I can be pulling it. I can go on a diagonal at the right time. I can go forward at the right time, back at the right time. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So when she comes back with the ball, we'll do this again. But what we're going to be working towards is the constant motion caught of trying to understand. So visualize right now this sword tip being a ball that's being swung around. And everything here, they got the rotation of the body, really helping to set the shots. You know, the tricky one in here is as it's coming up, I pull the shoulder forward, making room for the sword to do this. The little hips and the shoulder here. Now I can go ahead and rotate and describe this arc in here. So this is, I visualize it in geometry. This is a big orange plane here.
But yeah, and you had the whole kinetic chain.
Yes.
Right? Going from that ground up into the thing, and you can even start. Yes, we run the exact same kata.
So I have a plane here and a plane here that I'm trying to keep the sword tip in just inside this plane. Because anytime you try to transition between planes, you lose power. You have to add something to it. But the large circles store energy. The small circles accelerate.
Right.
And so as you're coming over, the ball here rotating over. I'm also going to be using open hand technique here. As I'm coming down here, notice how relaxed this grip is. Come in here and close the hand and extend to do the shot. This is going to come up. Again, the hand's loose and open. Rotate, close the hand and extend. Now this is the tricky one here. As the sword goes back, my sword arm and the sword blade are all in line. If I close this right now, I'm going to hit myself in the shoulder. So right before I hit myself in the shoulder, I just pull it forward, so I miss. And now I'm going to hit myself in the spine. So as I hit myself in the spine, right as it passes the shoulder, I start rotating the other direction, and it changes the arc, so I no longer hit myself. I no longer actually hit myself as it's coming across the other.
Drop my arm
here.
Hit me my arm with this.
And that's the rotation you do. And notice that the body is rotating from one side to the other as well.
So you're getting a frame weight transfer.
So flat snap wise, this is the flat snaps. I've got rotation of the body, the shoulders throwing the shot. It's just flat snap.
And your shoulders stay over your hips, or I mean over your center, right? You're not breaking the spinal alignment, and it's nothing like.
So there's another drill they do called I call it waves on the ocean, where you basically take a slightly wider than shoulder width blade step, bend the knees ever so slightly, and all you're doing at this point is rotating keeping one leg straight,
Uh-huh.
the other knee bends, so you feel the weight inside your big ball of your foot,
Uh-huh.
big toe, and then you come up, and you rotate the other way, and all of these motions in here, pause. Here, I feel myself like a buoy on the ocean, so coming up the way, and then relax, and so you have this nice gentle rotation that's coming down. And then what's really nice about this is that helps set the shot. Whether you're doing leg shots, flat, slot shots, or whatever else, that's just another mechanic to help you power. Now, so with what I was doing with the kata, notice this and that are this, that, this, and so you have the waves on the ocean and then the ball. So here's the ball.
Here's your balls.
Just
Right
one.
on.
So Addison, you gonna watch? This was for you, Addison.
Addison.
So
That's a good training relationship, right?
So you see just a little tiny dip of the hips, trying to make this as small as possible. I'm
Yep.
not trying to use hand motion to do it, and just getting it to nice and easy.
Yep.
Now when I want to go ahead and feel the transition to the other side, I'm going to go ahead and just, as the ball comes up in here, I raise up, rotate over, and let it continue. So this is actually backwards, but you can go forward or backwards with it. And then you can also, as you start doing it, so you can actually get into the kata. So this is where you start sticking to things that you're trying to move. But you can see how you can do that continuous motion kata with the ball. And it starts explaining, visualizing it as a sword. So the sword tip is what the ball's happening. And you can move from one side to the other and do a shot. So it's a really nice tool for being able to feel when you can transition. So when you have a sword that's in motion, finding out where you can do a rotation of the body or changing with the hand in order to get the transfer. Small circles, large circles.
No, dude, I love it. It's great.
How long is the rope from the knot to the ball?
Doesn't matter. What matters is where you go. So sometimes I'll just go ahead. Now I don't want it to be too tall. I don't want it to be longer than that. So I have this one here. Is just not too high for me, and I can hold it. So it's on the other side. So I want to be able to pinch these two fingers together, so that the knot itself is traveling smoothly. If I have my finger in the way, it's never gonna. So I just pinch it and have it out to the side. So
not Kermit. Sorry, buddy.
Again.
Holding the ball.
Apologize.
How is it holding the ball? How's
No way.
Oh, I just do
Cut a slid?
I just do an X and a big knot.
Okay.
Just a double knot, shove it in, probably good.
Okay.
I used to do this
Oh, I
with
wanna
oak
smile
balls,
so you're a good boy.
and I drill it through and put a ball on a knot on the other end. But too many people were knocking themselves out, so
Yeah.
I thought about actually putting sand in here for this weekend so people can feel a little bit more.
Yeah.
So there's a little more mass, they can not cheat as much.
No.
Shower beer.
So you're this way, or does it matter which direction?
I go forward. So you're going forward and back. So you can totally do forward back and down. You can pull up, get the power at the left hand, push down to get the power at the right hand. You can go forward. Any direction you can go. Wherever the ball is, go the opposite direction. So the forward one is the one where you actually get it feeling more like a sword tip. So you try to go slow and get to the point where just don't use your wrists. Use your hips. And get to the point where it's slow enough that you don't do a hip power with the hips.
I feel like it's about to die.
You're going back and forth. It's one way to do it. Just start feeling it.
And then when you were going over here, it was just what is what's the purpose up here? What are you trying to?
So here's the thing. Have you seen me ever? Sorry.
I was watching that come up now.
Have you ever seen this shot from me? So the tip comes forward, rotates around, and throws the shot. That's something that's straight from the ball technique. So now you can just come up in here, nice, relax here, and rotate over. That's another sort of thing that you can just raising up, rotate the body. Have you seen me do do the return and do this on the side of my body in order to go ahead and go the other direction? So you go throw a shot from here, rotate around, throw it. That's the ball. So you can totally do this with the ball, do that with it.
Now, one of the shots I watched you hit several people with out here was it was a small turn here that snapped right down the side of their. Yes. So show me how that translates from the.
Well, this. Can you see where that motion of the ball right there?
Yep.
And so from here, snapping it in. And so as you come back, as you know, I'm getting ready to throw that shot, I can just go ahead and just do a nice little ball out here and snap the shot. And then you get plenty of power that accelerating with it. So that's one way of doing that. Another one that works really well is just nonchalantly, as casually as you can, just raising your sword, and here as you're stepping forward, there's no threat, there's no threat, there's no threat.
Everything